What if I told you that building wealth is far easier than most people think? Yet almost no one will admit this truth, because if they did, entire systems would fall apart. Too many, wealth feels complicated, unreachable, even distant. But the reality is simple. It's not about money, it's about mindset. On my channel, at Quiet Millionaire, I reveal the strategies the ultra-wealthy use, the ones no one else talks about. Because true wealth isn't about showing off, it begins quietly in the mind. If you want to join this journey, hit subscribe and turn on notifications. Each video will uncover the real obstacles that hold people back financially, and the key steps that silently lead to success. Maybe you already have the potential to build wealth. Maybe you're even getting richer without realizing it. But this transformation doesn't start in your bank account. It begins in silence, within you. Today, I'll share 7 hidden signs that reveal you're becoming wealthy without even noticing. If these signs show up in your life, you're already much closer than you think. So, if you're ready, let's begin. Sign 1. The financial control mechanism. The very first trait of people who quietly become wealthy is this: they know exactly what their money map looks like and where their money flows. So how can you figure out your own money map? The easiest way is to look at your results. Check your bank accounts, review your income, calculate your net worth. Look at how successful your investments have been or how your business is performing. Now ask yourself, are you someone who spends money without thinking, or someone who knows how to save and manage it? Wealthy people see money not as something to burn through, but as a resource to be managed wisely. For example, someone who doesn't know where their money went by the end of the month is quietly losing wealth every single day. But if you track your income and expenses consistently, that's the first sign. You're already stepping into the mindset of quiet wealth. Sign 2. Programmed amounts of money. Have you ever thought about this? Most of us are already programmed for a certain level of income. Some people are set up for a low income, some for an average income, and a few for a very high income. Ask yourself, were you programmed to earn $20,000 a year, $40,000, $100,000, or even more? It's not just about how much you earn. It's also about how you use it. Were you programmed to spend money as soon as it comes in, or to save every penny, but never invest? Maybe you were programmed to make smart, profitable investments, or maybe to lose money again and again. Here's the truth. Your financial reality is often a reflection of your inner program, your beliefs, your fears, your habits, your behavior. They shape the money you attract. And remember this, awareness is always the first step to change. When you begin to observe your own thoughts and patterns, you also begin to rewrite your financial program. Sign 3. Openness to learning. Silent millionaires never stop learning. They read books, explore new fields, and stay endlessly curious. This constant recharging is what keeps them ahead. Think about Warren Buffett, Elon Musk, Bill Gates. What do they all share? They never get tired of learning. Commit to your own growth. Read at least 1 book a month about money, business, or personal development. And here's a tip: invest at least 10% of your income into your own education. But remember, knowledge alone isn't enough. The real difference comes from applying what you learn. Saying "I already know this" is one of the biggest obstacles to wealth. When you keep learning and applying, you plant the seeds of wealth. The more you grow, the more you earn, and the better you become at putting your money into places where it multiplies. Sign 4. Managing risk. The biggest financial obstacle for most people is the fear of risk. Some are afraid of making the wrong move and losing their money. Others fear criticism from those around them, and many never recover from past failures. But the quietly wealthy think differently. They don't avoid risk, they manage it. They know that risk is simply uncertainty. And those who can manage uncertainty also manage opportunity. Think about the stock market. When everyone else panics and sells, the quiet wealthy stay calm, analyze, and buy at the right time. Here's how they do it. First, they decide how much they can afford to lose. Then, they calculate the potential reward. And most importantly, they make decisions with data, not emotions. The real secret to wealth is not avoiding risk, it's managing it wisely. If you can analyze small risks in your life and act at the right time, you're already walking the path of quiet wealth. Sign 5. Building strong relationships. Money is not just numbers or pieces of paper, it's also about relationships. Quietly wealthy individuals are very selective about the people they spend time with. They don't need hundreds of friends, just a few strong connections. Almost every wealthy person you know had mentors guiding them. Warren Buffett was a mentor to Bill Gates. Mark Zuckerberg turned to Steve Jobs for advice. Richard Branson learned from Sir Freddie Laker when times were tough. Wealthy people build financial freedom on the foundation of strong, meaningful relationships. And science proves it. Harvard's 75-year study shows the biggest predictor of happiness and long-term health is not money itself, but strong relationships. So reshape your environment. The thought patterns of those around you shape your future. Spend time with people who think big, who believe in growth, who see abundance, and if you can't meet them in person, connect with their mindset through books, podcasts, and videos. If you are building strong friendships and valuable connections, that's another quiet sign that you're becoming wealthy. Sign 6. A healthy relationship with money. For some people, money is dirty. For others, it's everything. But for the quiet wealthy, money is neither bad nor sacred. It is simply a tool. If you grew up hearing phrases like being rich is bad or money changes people, those beliefs get stored in your subconscious, and without even realizing it, they build an invisible wall between you and money. Here's the truth. Money is not good or bad. It's a reflection of your inner beliefs. Some people even see poverty as a virtue. They believe that living with little makes them morally superior, while abundance creates guilt. But the universe itself is abundance, and you are part of that abundance. Breaking free from these mental and spiritual barriers is one of the strongest signs of true wealth. So ask yourself today, do I see money as a tool that serves me, or as a problem that controls me? If you choose the first, you've already taken a powerful step toward quiet wealth. Sign 7. Long-term thinking. One of the strongest traits shared by millionaires, entrepreneurs, and innovators is their ability to think long-term. While the middle class often looks for quick wins or short-term rewards, the quietly wealthy play a very different game. They don't measure success by the next few months or even the next 3 years. They plan decades ahead. Their focus is on building something sustainable, investing in education, starting businesses, acquiring assets, buying real estate, or creating streams of passive income. Why does long-term thinking give such a powerful advantage? Because the longer your horizon, the fewer people you compete with. Most people are impatient. They want results now. But as Jeff Bezos once said, if everything you do has to show results within 3 years, you're competing against a lot of people. But if you're willing to invest with a 7-year horizon, you'll face far less competition. Simply by stretching your time horizon, you can do things others won't even attempt. This is why ultra-wealthy individuals often find themselves in unique positions. They operate in a space where very few are willing to play. Long-term thinking creates an environment with less competition, more opportunity, and bigger rewards. So if today you're taking small steps investing in yourself, learning, and building for the future, you're already on the path. Because wealth doesn't just come from chasing quick gains, it's the reward of a long journey, patiently walked. Today, in this video, we explored 7 powerful signs that show you might already be on the path to quiet wealth. We began by looking at how you manage your money, your income, your expenses, and the discipline you bring to every decision, because the way you treat your money today is already shaping the wealth you will hold tomorrow. We then uncovered the unconscious programming that guides your financial habits. Most of us don't realize how deeply our early beliefs and experiences shape the way we save, spend, and invest. By shining a light on those hidden patterns, you begin to take back control. Next, we saw the importance of being open to learning. Millionaires and billionaires never stop feeding their minds, because knowledge is the foundation of better decisions and better opportunities. And then we moved into the advanced signs, how you manage risk, the quality of the relationships you build, and even the mindset you carry about money itself. All of these shape whether wealth flows to you or quietly slips away. Finally, we ended with long-term thinking, the rare ability to see 10 years ahead when everyone else is chasing quick wins. This single shift separates those who stay stuck from those who build something lasting. Each of these signs is more than just a principle. They are cornerstones of financial transformation. And when you begin to weave them into your daily life, step by step, you are already creating a roadmap that leads to freedom, stability, and true quiet wealth. Here's something important to remember. Wealth is not built overnight. In fact, 85% of millionaires worldwide are self-made. Most of them started from ordinary middle-class backgrounds. What separated them wasn't luck, it was their mindset, their habits, and their ability to think differently. And here's a quick challenge for you. This week, try tracking every dollar you spend. Just for 7 days, at the end of the week, review where your money actually went. I promise, this simple exercise will give you more clarity than months of wishful thinking. Awareness is always the first step toward transformation. As Jeff Bezos once said, if everything you do has to work within 3 years, you're competing with a lot of people. But if you're willing to think long-term, 10 years, you have very few competitors. That difference is exactly what separates the truly wealthy. Now, I want to leave you with a small but powerful reminder. Wealth is not just a number in your bank account. Wealth is a way of life. If this video added value to your journey, here's what you can do right now. Write in the comments, which of these 7 signs do you already see in yourself? Share your perspective. Your story might inspire someone else watching this video. And don't forget, this journey is not something you walk alone. This channel, Quiet Millionaire, was created for people like you, people who want to quietly, steadily, and intentionally build wealth. So, subscribe and turn on notifications, because in the next video, we'll go even deeper into one of the most important questions. Why does money never seem to come to some people? Stay focused, stay intentional, and remember, the loudest voice in the room is rarely the wealthiest. But if you're here, listening until the very end, that means you're already on a different path. See you in the next video.